The star of this pressure test is 3,000 years old and one of the most popular and coveted ingredients in the world, chocolate. This next pressure test features our favorite chocolate desserts. My idea of the perfect chocolate experience is the dark chocolate brownie with handmade vanilla bean ice cream. It is pure decadence.
When I think of my favorite chocolate dessert, I think of this. Creamy white chocolate creme brulee. When you break into it, it's very important to get the right combination of sweet, crispy, and smooth.
I'm a fan of milk chocolate, and it's the star of this mouth-watering classic with a complicated twist. A silky, smooth milk chocolate mousse with the fresh passion fruit center. You have to make it correctly for this beautiful filling to flow out.
These are our favorite chocolate desserts, and you will be making all three of them.
Lynn, you look a bit stunned.
To make 3 all at the same time, that's almost mission impossible.
Sabrina, how do you feel about making 3 desserts today?
Call me crazy, but I'm excited. Should be interesting.
Sabrina is such a tough competitor because she's like a pit bull. She just doesn't give up.
Please come up and have a taste of what it is that we expect from you.
I'm a little bit scared because Lynn has done a lot of replication challenges and nailed them.
It has to be done a certain way. It's very regimented, just like the military.
Please go to your stations.
Lucky guys. I'm really happy I'm up in the gallery. They have to make 3 desserts. This is crazy.
You will have just 90 minutes, so use your time well.
This is the cat fight that will end all cat fights. This is a fight to the finale.
Lynn's not taking my place in the finale. Not now.
Game on, girlfriend.
Are you ready?
Yes, chef!
Your time starts now!
But this is a very difficult challenge. We're talking about 3 different, very intricate chocolate desserts.
Definitely toughest challenge in MasterChef Canada history.
I think professional pastry chefs would struggle.
I want that chef coat really bad. I want to go head-to-head with David in the finals.
Lynn is certainly a very strong contender in this competition. She scares me. Her speed, I've never seen anybody that fast.
I came here to be in the finale. This has to turn out perfect. First thing I do, I get my brownies going. Those things have to bake and cool down fast.
Both of them are doing the brownie first.
I am expecting that chocolate brownie to be soft, moist, and mouth-watering.
Creme brulee may seem like a very simple dessert of egg, cream, sugar, and white chocolate, but to get it perfect is very difficult. First of all, when you're doing the water bath, you want to bring the temperature up gently, because if the water's too hot, it's gonna become scrambled egg.
A little more time.
60 minutes! You have 60 minutes left!
Sabrina,
Hey, chef.
you were sounding pretty confident at the top of this cook. Is that confidence level still there?
Didn't come here to finish third. I came here to finish first.
Is there any one of these 3 desserts that is going to be the most challenging for you?
The chocolate mousse, chef. If there's any air bubbles or gaps in that sphere, there it goes.
Tricky.
Yes, chef.
Well, I'll let you go because I can see you're under the pressure of this cook.
I'm in the zone, chef.
The chocolate mousse is a very technical dessert to get going.
It certainly is. You'll have to take the passion fruit, you'll have to freeze it into a half sphere, and then you're gonna put your wonderful light chocolate mousse, and then your passion fruit inside of the chocolate mousse. That goes into the freezer. The whole thing sets. It's actually one of the most complicated desserts to do.
It's very tricky.
Ooh, time is ticking. Feeling the burn. I want this so bad.
I'm whipping my cream, my mousse. Cream is curdling.
Oh my God.
My whipped cream is over whipped and it curdles. This could be my last cook in the MasterChef kitchen. I'm scared to death.
So, Lynn, how are you?
Good. I was doing well, then my cream started to curdle.
What happened there?
It was room temperature. Usually I put my cream in a metal bowl and I refrigerate it.
I'll start fresh.
I'm just gonna chill it. No biggie.
I'm saying those words, but I'm freaking out.
So you think you're going to be going up against David?
Absolutely. People have not seen me coming this whole competition.
Do you think you've been silently waiting for this opportunity?
Yes, sir. Silent but deadly.
Good luck.
Thank you.
15 minutes! You have 15 minutes left! You better be thinking about plating soon!
I haven't put the mousse in the mold for that chocolate round thing.
I'm very worried about Lynn's chocolate mousse. It looks a little thin. It's not gonna set properly.
The tension in this kitchen is incredible. It's like truly like a horse race. These two ladies are tough. Either one is gonna be scary in the finale.
Doing the top of my creme brulee, for me, is a cinch. Getting a proper coat on takes multiple applications of sugar. You have to fill in those gaps.
I don't like, what Sabrina's doing. She's adding sugar to it, which means she didn't get a even, consistent layer to begin with, and you're now patching it up. If you burn it, it becomes very bitter. 5 minutes! You have 5 minutes left. And remember, it's a replication, but taste is king.
My brownie is coming out really well. It's nice and dense. It's also cutting really clean edges.
That looks about right.
2 minutes! You have 2 minutes left!
That doesn't work.
Desserts need to look absolutely beautiful. One shake of the hand, one misstep with piping out that chocolate, and you've got to start that plate again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
At this point, I'm thinking I got this.
Sabrina's good at plating. Lynn is good at taste. If this goes to the person that makes the prettiest plate, Sabrina's gonna win it.
Now, we will taste all your chocolate desserts, and this will determine which one of you will advance to the finale.
Sabrina,
Chef.
what was the hardest about the creme brulee?
The burnt sugar without taking it too burnt and making sure it's the right thickness.
The most important thing is that tap. And if you hear that crack of the shell, then the sugar's done right, okay? If it doesn't crack, it's too thick. Here, so let's crack. Let's dig into this. That's very nice. It looks velvety smooth. It looks, okay? The egg and the cream, perfect. It's smooth, it's velvety. As I bite into that burnt sugar, it was not even. Parts that were thick, and there was parts that were not so thick. But overall, good job.
Great job.
Lynn, it looks pretty perfect to me. I like that crack because it's kind of like thin ice. Sugar, coat felt very, very even, and that's what I was looking for. Inside, you have a nice combination, nice mixture of the white chocolate with the egg mix. That is close to perfection. Great dish.
Thank you, Chef.
Well, certainly at first glance, it looks like a very, very good replication. The cut on your chocolate brownie looks very precise and clean. Let's try it. The ice cream, I think, is wonderful. Beautiful consistency, has that hint of vanilla. The brownie, I get that dark chocolate richness. I just find this a touch on the dense side, and I'm concerned that it may have needed just a little bit more moisture. But a very, very good replication. Well done.
Yes, chef.
Lynn, how are you feeling?
I'm very proud of myself right now.
At first glance, I do think your cutting of the chocolate brownie is less precise and a little ragged around the edge there. And that was the easiest aspect of this dish to pull off. But in the words of my esteemed colleague, taste is king. That ice cream is spot on. The chocolate brownie, delicious, soft, moist. All in all, a very good brownie.
Thank you, chef.
This is not going to be easy. Thank you.
Me and Lynn are both strong players. We're neck and neck.
And now we're down to the final dessert. I have to say, this looks very elegant. You think you achieved the liquid center that we're looking for?
Yes, chef.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a sight of beauty. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. Fantastic.
Thank you, chef.
The splash on the top, Lynn, looks a little messy.
Yes, chef.
If the center of this dome does not have that liquid passion fruit, it's not going to be good for you.
To be honest, I don't know what the inside is going to look like.
Wow. Let's see how it tastes. You did it. You've just made our job a lot more difficult in picking who will be in the finale.
Lynn, Sabrina, you've both done an absolutely magnificent job. So please excuse us, because we're going to need some time.
I don't know what's more difficult, creating 3 world-class desserts or picking one winner.
Coming in third is not an option.
Professional restaurant quality dishes.
This is the end for somebody. I just hope I'm not that somebody.
This is like splitting hairs. This is the closest it's ever been.
Lynn and Sabrina, the 3 of us were completely amazed by what you achieved in this final pressure test. Both of you have displayed the kind of skill and determination needed to win this competition. But unfortunately, there is only one spot left in the MasterChef Canada finale.
And that spot will go to Lynn.
I actually pulled it off, and I did it.
Congratulations, Lynn. Your perfectly moist brownies gave you the slight edge.
Sabrina, you should leave here feeling very proud of what you've achieved.
Cooking is what you were born to do, and we can't wait to see how far your skills take you. Please come up and say goodbye.
This competition opened my eyes to how much I need to make food part of my everyday life.
Listen to Sabrina. This is her dish. She earns her respect.
MasterChef Canada has taught me to believe in myself.
It's beautifully cooked. Great job.
I may have not finished first, but oh man, I'm going to take the culinary world by storm.
5 minutes, you have 5 more minutes left. 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes.
I've got up to my 4th layer, and I'm thinking, I still have this on my decorating table here. I need to get this on my plating dish. It's too heavy. Like, this thing is just gonna crumble.
This is so uncomfortable to watch. Oh, my Lord. Mikey.
Incredible.
Oh my God, it worked.
1 minute. You have 1 more minute left. Come on.
Look at this. The last one to get the cake in is the first one to bring the cake to the front.
Coming up.
Wow.
What a turn of events. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and top. Oh my God. Good job, guys.
Good work.
I can't believe I finished.
This was not an easy challenge. And now it's time to see how you did.
Reem, I should mention that your cake is a little bit different from the others. You use maraschino cherries, and we allowed you to use this ingredient because you don't consume alcohol. Is it perfect? Not quite.
No.
But overall, it's incredibly inviting. Wow. Let's try this and see how it tastes. You know, Reem, if you take a closer look here, look at the cake here. I hate to tell this to you, but it's raw. It's half-baked. You see that?
I can be going home because my cake is undercooked.
Michael G.
Chef Michael.
I can't help but notice on your T-shirt it says, stay positive. Are you feeling positive about this cake?
Yeah, I am very positive about my cake.
Good. Is there anything that you don't like about it?
It's definitely off balance.
You've masked the sides reasonably well, although there are lots of voids. I gotta cut a little slice and have a taste. Look at that. So you've been able to create defined, clear layers in your Black Forest cake. But the final taste test is yet to be done. Rich, succulent, pretty much textbook.
Thank you, Chef.
Stay positive.
Whoa. Nadia, I must say, this cake looks almost perfect. The moment of truth. Look at that. Whoa, look at that. That is perfection.
Thank you, Chef.
That's very nice because the cake is perfectly moist. The muslin cream, it's light, it's tasty, it's rich.
Thank you.
The ganache, good consistency. Are you here to stay?
Yeah, I'm here to take this all the way to the end. That's why I'm here.
Well, I believe you. Watch out, watch out.
Kagan.
Chef Claudio.
I gotta tell you, I'm impressed that you got to this point because I thought for a moment there you were gonna throw the towel in and just give up. What did we call this? We call this humble pie?
I called it budget cake.
Budget cake.
Yeah, can't all afford layers.
I've gotta tell you, in terms of flavor, this is actually the tastiest cake I've had here. I mean it.
What?
It's balanced. I like the fact that there's not a lot of sugar in the cake because there's already a lot of sweetness happening on top of it. It's actually very balanced. You might be onto something.
Thank you.
I don't want to go home. I'm not ready to go home. I want nothing more than to be up there in that balcony.
This was a very difficult test. It pushed each of you to the limits with very different results. And we believe that you all have a true sense of what you achieved.
If you believe that your cake was one of the best of the bunch, we'd like you to take a step forward right now.
Wow, no hesitation.
Michael G, Nadia. You're right, you both excelled. And Nadia, you knocked it out of the park. You made the best Black Forest cake of the day.
Rock on.
Please take off your aprons and head up to the gallery.
Thank you.
I think today was my coming out in the MasterChef Canada kitchen, and I most likely just put a target on my back as well.
My homeboy.
I'm going to top 10 MasterChef Canada. I'm on top of the world right now.
Reem, your sponge cake was raw. But we were really impressed by your determination.
Thank you, Chef.
You pressed forward and you played it a decent effort. Please take off your apron and head up to the gallery.
You're so great.
Kagan, you know that your cake didn't work out, but everyone in this kitchen admired your fortitude. You didn't give up, and you should feel proud. Now come on up here and say goodbye.
The last time I was in this kitchen, Chef Alvin said my dish was genius.
Hey.
That was incredible.
Excellent job.
I can serve amazing food. And maybe I didn't quite get there today. But there's always tomorrow.
Final round of the MasterChef Canada finale. Taya is constructing her coffee dessert.
I need to make sure my plating is absolutely beautiful.
But Trevor's ice cream is far from frozen.
The ice cream is the star. I need to get this ice cream really cold.
He's only got 4 minutes left.
My only option is liquid nitrogen. It's a crazy gamble. I've never worked with it before. Let's give it a shot.
Trevor is really thinking like a chef and adapting to the situation. Using liquid nitrogen is always risky, but it's either try it or serve as soup.
Brilliant.
2 minutes. You only have 2 more minutes left. 2 minutes.
Come on, girl, you can do it.
I'm gonna do a little mousse.
Oh my God, that looks amazing.
That ice cream in that liquid nitrogen, it's got to come out right about now, otherwise it will be like a rock.
One problem turns into another. The mold is so frozen that it's actually rock solid. I can't get the ice cream out of the mold, but I gotta keep pushing hard to get this dessert out.
So Trevor's just come back from the equipment room with a torch. So now he's heating the bottom of that silicone mold, which should release the ice cream.
He is not giving up, and neither is she.
Taya has just brought her ice cream from the blast freezer, and she has 1 minute to make canals and get it on the plate.
This is so much pressure, but I gotta shake it off because I need to make the best damn dessert these judges have ever tasted.
There we go.
There he goes, coming out.
Yay!
Wow, he's doing it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up! Woo!
Incredible. Now, it's time to taste your third and final course. Please follow us into the banquet room to present your dishes.
I put my heart on this plate. Good or bad, I stand by my plates today.
I never in a million years would have imagined I could do the things that I've done here. It's mind-blowing.
Before we taste your desserts, we'd like to tell you how your culinary stories have unfolded this far.
Trevor, we loved your fish and chips and how you elevated it. The octopus was perfectly cooked and beautifully flavored.
Thank you, Chef.
Now, Taya, your Mexican street corn appetizer. It was incredible.
Thank you.
That plate looked beautiful. Not just your best plate, but one of the best-looking plates we've seen in this competition.
And now for the entrees. Trevor, your lamb two ways was plated flawlessly.
Your lamb tongue was perfectly cooked.
The sauce was excellent, but we certainly could have done with a touch more of it.
And Taya, your pork belly and pork tamale dish featured those big, bold South American flavors that I love.
Thank you, Chef.
But the tamale bowl was a little bit undercooked and was just a tad on the dry side.
So there you have it, 2 culinary stories, and we can't wait to find out how they end.
Trevor made a better competitor out of me because I had to push myself really hard to compete with him.
Hearing Taya's feedback on her dishes, it makes me really nervous. Her flavors are in your face and bold, and I had more subtle flavors. It could go either way.
Trevor, please describe your dessert.
What you have in front of you is a chocolate mint gelato with a Dutch cocoa pizzelli cone and a creme fraiche whip.
Let's try this dessert. You know, this dish really resonates with me. The ice cream is obviously a bit hard. It's a bit too frozen. That's a common mistake when you're working with liquid nitrogen. However, having said that, the flavor that you have is divine. Great balance of chocolate and mint, really playful. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Great flavors. That big, bold, bitter chocolate with fresh poppy mint, which is a perfect combination.
You have the balance just right. In the ice cream, I tasted a bit of salt, and that's a very good idea. That little bit of salt brings out that chocolate even better. I like it. I like it very much.
Thank you, Chef Allen.
Matthew tends to get a little flustered when the pressure is on, and that could be his weakness here.
Could this be a case of the tortoise and the hare?
It could quite easily be that. Be just a little bit behind in his timing.
Jeremy is fast, and speed is important, but execution matters a lot more.
Hey, Chef.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I got my shoe in the oven. I'm doing multiple things at once because I know that I need a lot of time to plate.
I'm just gonna go around and check out your oven.
Sure.
Uh-oh. What happened in here? Look at that. Your sabli is actually slid off of your shoe pastry.
Yeah, it has.
But not all of them. One of them is safe, right in the middle. Is that luck or is that skill?
That's luck. Now, one there is gonna save me. I did as many as possible so I wouldn't run into that problem. Luckily, I did that.
Well, that was a smart move. Always have a backup.
Always, always, Chef.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
30 minutes! You have 30 minutes left!
You're making a dough such as the matcha pie crust. And the key is to get it the perfect thickness so that when you line that mold, that pastry is even thickness all the way around.
It's like building a swimming pool. It's got to be completely even to hold that water in.
My lemon curd is just not mixing well together. I have to put this lemon curd in the blender to make it nice, smooth, and silky.
Matthew and Jeremy have taken 2 different approaches when it comes to the curd for the matcha tart. Jeremy, he's cooled his down, so therefore it's thickened up to the perfect consistency, whereas Matthew decided to fill his whilst his was still warm, very liquidy.
It's a shortcut I would never take.
Yeah, but Matthew's so behind right now, he has to take a risk.
5 minutes left!
Matthew started plating his first dessert. I don't think Jeremy has started plating anything yet.
What else do I need? The only time I'm gonna slow down is when I need to gather my thoughts for plating. This pressure test is all about details. The margin of error is 0. I got all my components done. Now it just has to look good. Tarragon, cilantro.
Matthew is actually pulling ahead. This is a classic tortoise and hare.
Geez, Matthew.
Matthew's plating from the beginning has been just ridiculously out of everyone's league. It's so amazing to have watched, but it's also terrifying. Ooh.
1 minute. You have 1 minute left.
This is unbelievable.
They look so beautiful.
It's do or die. It's either me or Jeremy goes home, and I don't want to go home.
This pressure on me is making me cook at my best right now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Thank you, man. Oh. Time up, hands up. I feel a breath of fresh air, and I'm super proud of what I did. Looks just like the photos in my head, and I think I got this.
Jeremy's plating is nice, but I think mine has a little bit more finesse.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hi, Chef.
And you were hustling out there, man.
I was hustling. I wanted to have lots of time to make sure every single component was on every dish.
I'm going to be tasting the white chocolate ganache.
Okay, Chef.
I think it looks like it's sitting off to one side of the plate and just a little bit irregular in terms of the original. The white chocolate ganache. Beautiful. The grapefruit croutons, great crunch to them. That is the element that provides that texture, that interest to the dish. As for the rest of the little garnishes, the grapefruit gel, nice job on the replication. Well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Hi there, Matthew.
Hi, Chef.
At first glance, your plating is more centralized in the plate, which I think is more true to the replication. But something's eating at you.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm missing the grapefruit loaf croutons.
What happened?
It was on the other side of my station, and I left it off, and
I feel for you. Is that ever light? Sweetness, sour, beautiful ice cream, nice quenelle, the dusting of the peppercorn. It is a shame about those croutons, because that adds the crisp, that contrast.
I know.
But other than that, I'd say every other component is pretty flawless.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Hi, Chef.
So this is the lime choux with the crunchy coconut sablé. Looks pretty from the outside, but there's something inside that is really, really important. I'm expecting to see the choux pastry full of that wonderful mousse. Man, hot damn. Look at that. My goodness. Wow. What happened to the lime flavor?
It's not in there, Chef.
The texture's there. I love that liquid center, but it doesn't have that kick of lime that I want. What happened?
Maybe I should have added a bit more.
Nice crust. You can hear that? Wow, look at that. It's filled.
It's definitely filled.
That is perfection. I just want to devour that. But it has to deliver also on that lime flavor. You delivered.
Thank goodness.
That lime is so punchy and so big and so bold. You know, Matthew, these dishes have to be beautiful, but they have to taste equally as good. And it did on this plate. You nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef.
I am so impressed with what these guys have put out in this cook. It is honestly neck and neck.
This is the most complicated of all three. Let me check. Well, you got the gold leaf, you got the sesame snaps, you got the meringue, you got the fresh blackberries, and of course, the tart. So when I cut into this, it's not gonna look like a broken egg, is it?
No, chef.
It's a little bit runny.
A little bit runny.
But not bad. It's holding. I tell you, beautiful replication, perfect balance of tart and sweet. Crispy on the outside, soft in the middle.
Nice.
That's exactly what I was looking for. Well done.
Thank you.
How for you?
Hi, chef.
Let me check. You got the finger lime, you got the meringue, you have the gold flakes, you have the fresh blackberries, and you have the sesame snaps, the matcha tart, of course. So when I cut this, should it hold?
It should hold.
Well, let me check. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah, it's running.
Well, let's taste. It tastes good. The tart and the sweet, the balance, perfect. Taste is king, and you got it right.
Thank you, chef.
It was not easy. But one of you had a slight edge when it came to presentation and flavor. The home cook that made the best desserts and would face off against Mary in the MasterChef Canada finale is... Jeremy.
Yes!
This isn't just a dessert. It is a work of art, and it's much more complex than it appears.
This perfect chocolate ball, shiny, sparkling, and you want these hands to make something that pretty and delicate?
You might want to get a little closer.
My stomach is just knots. I bake, but creating this perfect glossy orb is so far out of my comfort zone.
What you see now is about to disappear.
Chef Michael begins pouring a bubbling hot caramel sauce over the chocolate orb.
It's really mesmerizing just watching it melt and fall apart like that.
Inside that dome is a whole different marvel. A pistachio cake surrounded by honeycomb and topped with brulee figs.
Have a taste?
There's so many elements going into this thing. This is just gonna be crazy.
Okay, now please go to your stations.
This is the hardest pressure test ever. I really, really have to pull out all the stops.
Chrissy's strengths are, baking. It's something that comes naturally to her. She's definitely one of the worst people to be in the challenge against.
You only have 70 minutes to replicate this intensely difficult dessert. And we are expecting perfection in taste and presentation.
The cook with the weaker dish will see the MasterChef Canada marathon end just short of the finish line.
I have to make it past this pressure test. I can't go home now.
Home cooks, are you ready?
Yes, chef.
Your 70 minutes starts now.
Let's go, guys. You got this, guys. Just one thing at a time.
Talk about going from one extreme to another. In the last challenge, Chrissy and Josh were team members. Now they're adversaries.
So the first thing they have to do is temper the chocolate. The reason we temper chocolate is so that they can work with it and it'll hold that spherical shape. They need to bring it up to a temperature about 114 degrees.
Come on.
If you overheat it, it could split and become very, very grainy.
To me, baking is like rocket science, very measured and precise. There's so many things that could go wrong.
You're about 10 minutes in, guys.
Thank you. The chocolate will take a little bit of time to melt. So in the meantime, I'm gonna start my cake.
Next step is a pistachio cake.
And what I'm looking for is a light, fluffy Genoese sponge cake.
I'm trying to get that cake in the oven, so I'm just sifting the flour and then I can bring it all together. I've baked so many cakes. I know that this is something I could kind of do with my eyes closed almost.
Good job, Chrissy. Way to get that in.
Breathe, breathe, breathe. This pressure test is my worst nightmare. But my wife told me before I got here just to take a deep breath and settle my hands and my heart. It's super important to have that little voice in my head saying, you can do it.
How's it looking, Josh?
It's looking fluffy, just like my beard.
45 minutes. You only have 45 minutes left.
Good job, Chrissy.
I pulled my chocolate off the heat.
This is the tricky part happening now.
This is still too hot. I have to make sure it's at the proper temperature.
Josh is checking the temperature on his chocolate now.
Trying to get it to 88, 89. Now I'm putting handfuls of cold chocolate into it to bring that temperature down. So close.
This is definitely the most precise and exact challenge we have ever given to home cooks.
You're good. Yeah, we're good. Perfect. I'm good to go. All right.
What they're going to do is take that tempered chocolate, pour it into those molds.
All right, baby, come on.
They shape them so there's an even coating of chocolate inside.
Even professional chefs often make mistakes with the chocolate spheres.
Come on, come on, come on.
Come on, baby, come on, baby. I'm trying to coat every part of this ball. Come on. I'm shaking it like a maniac right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on,
Come on. Come on.
It's good. Finally, I get it to a point where I like it. I sprint to the kitchen, put it in the fridge to cool off.
Josh has finished his sphere.
Let's go, Josh. Way to move, bud.
35 minutes. You're halfway through this challenge.
Her sphere's not working.
I'm realizing that my chocolate has cooled down too much. It's not spreading inside the sphere. It's starting to set as I'm moving it around. Why?
Chrissy is in deep water right now.
All that's going through my head is, you're done. You're done.
It's Chrissy versus Josh in a chocolate sphere showdown for the last remaining spot in the top 3.
Oh, come on.
But at the halfway point, Chrissy is at a chilly crossroads.
My chocolate has cooled down too much. Why? I have so much at stake right now. Oh, I've given up so much at this point that going home, it would just be heartbreaking.
It's okay, Chrissy. It's okay. It's okay, bud.
But I have never given up in my life, and now is not the time.
Shake it off, bud.
Come on.
I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna finish this challenge.
Yes, Chrissy.
Chrissy has pulled a balloon out as her second option for the chocolate sphere.
At this point, man, I gotta try anything.
That's something we've seen in Chrissy over and over again. She does not give up. She will not throw the towel in.
She wants that title bad.
I know it's not gonna be pretty, but I'm not going down without a fight.
25 minutes. You only have 25 minutes left.
You're doing awesome, you guys.
Remember, it's not just about the sphere. They still have to make the sponge toffee and brulee that fig.
And the hot caramel sauce that's going to melt that chocolate sphere.
Come on, damn you. I've already, done my cake, did my chocolate sphere, so now I'm just working on all the garnishes.
I think he's doing his toffee sponge right now with that baking powder and sugar.
Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby.
It's a little pale.
Cute.
Josh's sponge that he's made is not working out. It's too light.
I have to do that one over again.
He did not allow it to actually get caramelized and get that beautiful depth of flavor.
With 15 minutes left, I combine all the ingredients again and start from scratch. Okay, so let's do this.
I'm cutting it very close at this point.
Way to keep hanging in there.
I'm basically trying to get 10 things done at once. I need to move.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
These home cooks barely have time to think.
I take my cake out of the oven, and it worked.
Chrissy's cake looks spectacular.
I'm not ready to go home. I've given up too much, and I've fought too hard.
10 minutes, only 10 more minutes left.
It is the final 10 minutes for one of these home cooks tonight.
Josh's second batch of sponge toffee is out.
Oh, Josh, looks good, bud.
Looking at my second batch of sponge toffee, it looks way better than the first time. Now I'm starting to assemble everything on this plate. Okay.
You got this, Josh. Yes, bud.
Shaking like a leaf right now.
All right. It's ugly, but it's a dome.
5 minutes. You only have 5 minutes left.
You have to get those chocolates out now.
Yeah.
5 minutes left, and now I'm messing around with my globe. I'm starting to turn it. I'm trying to pry it open very nicely and gently.
You have to have very steady hands.
Now I'm kind of holding my breath.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Look, but he still has one half to release.
Yes, Joshy.
You got it? Oh, baby, yes.
Oh.
Wow. You're giving me
Good
goosebumps,
job.
man.
Good job, Josh.
Good job, Josh.
This is risky now. She's got to try and get that balloon unstuck from the edge of the chocolate and then remove it from that sphere without damaging it.
There you go.
Awesome, Chrissy. Let's go, Chrissy.
And I made a hole.
There you go, Chrissy.
If everything else on the plate is great, maybe, just maybe, I can get away with my lumpy, ugly sphere.
1 minute. Remember, everything has to be out in 1 minute. Come on, 1 minute.
Come on,
Don't
guys.
forget the caramel sauce. 1 minute.
Guys, you make sure you get every component on the plate.
Okay, come on.
Here goes Josh. He's motoring through it.
Come on, paintbrush.
The title is so close they can taste it right now.
Come on, guys.
10, 9, 8,
Let's go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Hot damn, that was amazing, Jeff. Wow.
I'm really proud of you. Good job.
Thank you.
Hi there, Josh.
Chef.
That was an amazing challenge to watch. How did you feel when you finally had those molds release from the chocolate?
Definitely happy that it came out in one piece.
Well, the tempering of the chocolate, I think, was pretty decent because it has that nice, lustrous shine to it. Now, the moment of truth. This dessert needs to reveal what lies beneath it. It has to be that perfect thickness in order for that magic to happen.
Yes.
Right on cue. A real showpiece. I want to try a little of that sponge toffee. In my mind, nothing wrong with the taste. I would just like to have seen it a little bit more fluffed up. But I appreciate the fact that you did it twice to try and perfect it. Good luck.
Hey, Josh.
Chef.
The outside, it's important, but that's only the face. The inside, that's also very important, right? So, how's your inside? The cake, just a little bit dry. But I love figs. You did a great job cooking them. The butter, the seasoning, it just adds an extra goodness into this dessert. Were you surprised you were able to pull this off?
Yes, Chef. You know, being a big guy, not used to little dainty things like that. I was a little worried I'd manhandle it too much, but I was super happy to get it all together for you.
Well, very nicely done.
Thanks, Chef.
Chrissy.
Hello, Chef.
You wear your emotions on your sleeve. I can see it.
A little bit.
So, Chrissy, you did not hit the mark because this was a replication challenge.
Yes.
It's not perfect, but this was not easy what we asked you to do. Let's see what happens. There are a lot of opportunities within this sphere for you to really shine. Look at that, Chrissy. That's beautiful. Very inviting. That cake is perfection. It is perfectly made. You hit all of those notes. Beautiful.
Hi there, Chrissy.
Hello, chef.
Obviously, the chocolate dome, you got it done, not without its flaws.
Yeah.
The tempering wasn't quite right, but you never gave up.
Nope.
Let's try the sponge toffee. Has great structure. Taste is very good. In my opinion, textbook.
Thank you, chef.
Figs cut through the richness of the sweetness of this dessert. It certainly wasn't perfect on the outside, but it was pretty on the inside. Well done.
Thank you, chef.